Alright guys, hello and welcome to the fourth Java beginners tutorial. And in this tutorial I'm going to teach you guys about data types and variables, like different types of variables. Okay, so over here you can see I've declared my class is blue, and of course my main method, that is public static void mains. So let's go ahead and learn about data types first. Now, what are data types? Data types are actually means to identify the type of data and associated operations of handling it. Whoa, that's a pretty good explanation. Wow, proud of myself. So there are various data types. So what I mean is, data types define the type of data that you're putting in your computer program. So let's say I put a string. Okay, now string is a data type. Okay, and in string, what do we store? Strings are just words, characters, even a dollar sign is a string, or a hashtag sign. Okay, everything, even a percentage sign is a string. Okay, if you put them between these two quotation marks. Okay, this is a string. Now, so one thing we have is string. Okay, and second we have something that's called okay, I'm going to talk to you guys about int, which we already know. Int is a data type used to store numbers. Okay, float is used to store numbers, but with a decimal value. Okay, so 12.7 or 3.6 or whatever, 3.6, 8.9. okay, these are all float data type. Now if I'm talking about double, now in double we have bigger numbers. So suppose I can say 1 2 1 2 1 2 whatever. Okay, dot 00 or 000005. Okay, this you can store in a double. And actually, I mean, you won't say this is stored in a double, but a little smaller number. Now this is stored in a double. Now the next thing is long. Okay, long can be used to store numbers which are even greater than this. So suppose 9876543.00054. okay, this is long. So this is stored for bigger numbers. Okay, now we also know now another data type is character. Now character is used in single quotations for single string variables, so we do not need to waste. Now in strings we have, like, what is this, 5 characters. Okay, so that's how you store it in a string. But if you want to store like only one alphabet, why do you want to waste a string? Because a string can hold a larger variable or a larger data type data. Now characters, in characters you can do you can do anything that is single, even dollar sign, hashtag. Okay, everything. Now the next thing we're gonna learn about is I think boolean. This is something new to you guys. Boolean is something that refers to true or false. Okay, and I'm gonna show you guys how this works. So what basically happens is that you use boolean in conditions, right? So suppose I have a program that's gonna print out hello if my input is 15, and buy if my input is 20. So how am I going to write that? I'm going to write if also before this I need you to remember that boolean always starts with a false. Okay, okay, yeah, always starts with a false. So if I do boolean a, okay, it's automatically starting with a false value, right? So this is how you do it. So if I want to put a condition like if a is false, then what do you do is print out hello, right? But if a is true, what you do is you print out buy. So in these kind of situations we use it. Okay, now I don't think anything else is something that we haven't covered, and let's go on talk about variables. Okay, now what are variables? Variables are, you know, two things, things that you define in a class. Okay, so this public class, anything you define inside a method, outside a method, but inside a main class or any class, is something that we refer to as a variable. So you can put it in this way, that anything that holds a certain value in a class is a variable. So there are two types of variables: local variables and class variables. Now what are local variables? I'll tell you. Local variables are just those which are defined inside a class but inside my method. So any method, inside any method, we refer to it as a local variable. Now the life of a local variable is very short. As soon as it is outside the method, it will not work. What I mean to say is, let me take a value string, which we just talked about, a equals hello. Okay, and let me put this. Now I want to change my a hello from hello to bye. So if I do a equals bye, whoa, this red thingy comes up. Okay, a is highlighted in red, and let's hover over it, and let's see what it says. It says cannot resolve symbol a, because this was a local variable and this is defined inside the main method. Now this is a local variable. Now what are class variables? Class variables are simply those which are defined inside a class but outside a method. So for example, I make a string of hello of a as a class variable. So what all can it do? It can be used in any method inside the class, and of course it can be used to change that particular method. So let me go ahead and demonstrate to you. Let me write string a equals hello, and let me just put it there. Now if I do public, and remember, we should put public static string a equals hello. So public static are just modifiers and access specifiers that I told you guys earlier about in the video. Now if you do over here a equals bye, then let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, and before that we need to print it out, right? So you do system.out.println a. Let me just go ahead and run this. Wow, so my code, oh my god, this is so good. We should sell this to Microsoft. But we have our output as bye. So I think I guess you guys have understood, and if you haven't, I'll just run through it again. Strings are used for like words or sentences. Int is used for a number. Float for numbers with decimal places. Double for numbers with decimal places but with a larger capacity. Long with even a large capacity. And character, they're used for like single alphabets or signs or whatever. And boolean, of course, is used for true or false, for conditional statements. We will talk about this later. Okay, now I guess, and we talked about local variables and class variables. I think that's clear to you. Okay, we need to use this as this is an access specifier and this is a modifier. This is a string that contains words or sentences, and this is our a, and we can change it anytime inside any class. Okay, if it's a class variable, and if it's a local variable, then I'm sorry, you can just only use it in that particular method. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't worry, Donald Trump's not gonna win, and I'll see you next time.